Okay, this video recording helminthic infections part 3. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about pinworm or threadworm infections. Okay, pinworm or threadworm. Okay, in this what happens means it is also called as the oxyuriasis. Okay, it is one of the nematode parasite. Okay, it is one of the nematode parasitic infection. Okay, in this it will be mainly growth in the intestine. Okay, roundworms or hookworms or pinworms. Okay, that is the favorable part, that is the intestine. Okay, in the intestine is good or essential part for improve their growth and development or for cause of some infection to the especially intestine by the pinworms or the hookworms or the threadworms. Okay, in this infestation of infants, okay, this pinworm and threadworms mainly cause some infection to the children, that is the first month to 12 months of age group children, that is the infants will cause by the this type of pinworms. Okay, next another one is the young children also may be prone to get this type of infection. Okay, next one is the epidemiology. Okay, what are the agent, host or mode of transmission or infectious materials. Okay, regarding that we are discussed in the epidemiology. Okay, in this first agent, okay, in that agent what is that means enterobius. Okay, enterobius vermicularis. Okay, that is the agent. It will be caused to the disease of pinworm and threadworms or oxyuriasis. Okay, next another one is the host. Who is that host? First means in that host especially man is the best host. Okay, the man only better host or the first host means the infection will be spread to the man to man. Okay, the infection not spreading from the animal to man or man to animal. Okay, especially this type of infection only cause from the one man to another man. Okay, from the unhealthy man to healthy man who are having low immunity power, those mans will be easily receiving this infection from the unhealthy mans. Okay, this is the most host. Next spread of infection. Okay, how the infection will be spreading from the one man to another man, one person to another person means in this the eggs are the carried under the fingernails. Okay, especially this type of pinworms or the threadworms eggs. Okay, these eggs will be contained in the feces. Once the children are excreted their stool, okay, here using their hands for cleaning. Okay, in that the nails, fingernails having the some eggs. Okay, due to that the infection will be spreading to the person, that is the fecal-oral route. Okay, next one is the contaminated clothing. Okay, once the infection will be spreading to the one child, the child will be suffering with this type of infection. Okay, the child using some cloths, the cloths are not washing neatly or the cloths are not following any hygienic practices. Okay, another child is used by this infective children's cloth. Okay, one person, one first child is there, that first child is already suffering with the pinworm infection. Okay, the child will be using some cloths. Okay, another second child will be there in the home, the child will be using this first children's cloths. Okay, for example towels or t-shirts or pants or whatever it may be. Okay, what cloths or bed sheets or bed. Okay, what cloths will be used by the infective children, the cloths will be touching by the healthy children, the eggs will be or the infection will be easily spreading to the one children to another children. Okay, this is the one way, means contaminated cloths. Okay, they are not following any hygienic practices. Next one is the bed linens or the dust. Okay, sometimes the healthy children or unhealthy children, okay, in a family, one children will be suffering with the any infection of pinworms or the hookworms or threadworms. Okay, the child will be using bed linens. Okay, and the child will be use one bed means another child also contaminated or touched by this linens means the healthy child may be prone to get this type of infection. Why? Because in the linens or in the dust or in the soil, okay, the infection will be there. Okay, due to the open defecation area or due to the infective lesions, the child may be excreted some eggs into the external environment. Due to that, the child may be cause the infection. Okay, next one is the clinical manifestations. Okay, what are the clinical manifestations for the oxoriasis? Okay, in this oxoriasis, especially clinical manifestations mainly poor appetite. Okay, poor appetite means there is no appetite for the children, means they are not taking proper food according to the time. Okay, from the morning or afternoon or night they are not following any meals. Okay, meals timetables. Okay, next weight loss. This is the common. Why? Because they are not taking food means they are losing their weight. Okay, they are eating well, they are maintain proper nutrition means their muscle strength will be increased. Okay, their body adipose tissue will be accumulated or some subcutaneous tissue will be thin. Okay, due to that the child will be look like a thick or sometimes weight gain. Okay, if the child is not eating properly or there is no proper food materials or there is no sufficient nutrients to the body means the child will be easily lose their weight. Okay, next one is the teeth reddening. Okay, especially in these children we are identified this type of symptom. Okay, next one is the abdominal pain. Okay, who are suffering with this oxoriasis. Okay, those children are suffering with this type of abdominal pain. Why? Because the intestine is mainly favorable for the children. The food sometimes not digested or digestive food is having some infection. Okay, the waste products are not excreted outside. Okay, due to that storage or due to that distension, the child may be suffering with the abdominal pain. Okay, next one is the nausea. Okay, this is the common symptom for the any disease condition in the children. Okay, next one is the vomiting. Okay, the child having the one symptom like vomiting. Okay, here why means the food should not digested. Sometimes the food should be regurgitation means backflow. Okay, from the stomach the food will be reverse means forcefully come out through the mouth. Why? Because there is no sufficient digestion or digestive fluids or digestive enzymes not releases in the digestive system. Why? Because due to some abnormality, due to some infection of pinworms or the threadworms. Okay, due to these reasons the child will be suffering with the vomitings. Okay, next another symptom like diarrhea. Okay, in the intestinal infections or in the pinworm or the hookworm infection, compulsory one symptom, that is the diarrhea. The child will be excreted stool in a day 3 or more times in a day. Okay, in each day the child will be excreted many times stool. Okay, next one is the anal itching. Okay, it is a one common symptom. The child will be having some allergic reaction in the exactly anal part. Okay, anus is the end part of the digestive system. Okay, this is a one open area. Okay, in that the child will be using their finger and he is satisfied by itching in the anal region. Okay, next especially important feature. Okay, when we are identified in the children, okay, the children is showing this special symptom. Okay, who are suffering with this type of pinworm or the threadworm infections. Okay, the child will show the some symptom like anal itching. Okay, continuously they are using this satisfaction of anal itching. Okay, next one is the irritability. Okay, the child having the more irritation. Okay, next one is the restlessness. Okay, the children look like bored or unhealthy or some depression. Okay, there is no proper rest or there is no proper comfort to the children. Okay, these type of common symptoms we are identified in the children who are suffering with the disease of oxoriosis. Okay, next some symptoms is there in that sleep disturbances. Okay, there is no proper sleeping or a good sleeping is not there. Why? Because the children will suffering with the abdominal pain or some abnormality is there in the children, so that's why the child not having good sleep. Okay, next another one is the aneurosis. Okay, aneurosis nothing but the child will be excreted stool or urine in the bed. Okay, next bedwetting or next one is the masturbation anti-helminthics. Okay, the child will be using or the child will have the some infections by the roundworms. Okay, these are the symptoms we are identified in the children who are suffering with the oxoriosis disease condition. Okay, thank you everyone.